New Bungie tweet for Prismatic. Let's dive into some of this, and we're actually going to circle back to a few things in just a moment. So from the Destiny 2 team, Prismatic subclass tuning fragments. During our hands-on preview for Destiny 2 The Edge of Fate, we shared an early look at Prismatic tuning planned for Destiny 2 Update 9.0. This tuning path reduced the number of fragments that could be placed on various aspects, and we found the Prismatic subclass have been a bit hot since release. Certain Prismatic builds have increased damage output and survivability to a point where some challenges can feel trivial, and bringing everything else up to Prismatic's level wouldn't help to solve the issue in a healthy manner. We see this conversation about power creep frequently, which is why we take time to tune things up or down during release timelines. This gives us an opportunity to rein in outliers when new content is coming online. Brother. Let me just say this. Salt is going to get a lot of shit for this, but this is almost verbatim what he said, right? I don't blame Salt. No one go flame Salt, all right? He just posted his thoughts about Prismatic a month or so ago. You know what I'm saying? But hold on. This shit is almost verbatim to Salt's assessment of the sandbox, right? Get the pitchforks ready. Please, God, no. No, everybody chill. It's almost like Salt knows what he's talking about. Les, you're just happy to see Titans get a nerf. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's all you're happy about, Les. Anytime Titans get f***ed, you're happy. While we're still planning an overall tuning pass for Prismatic for a future date, featuring buffs alongside other changes, we'll be changing our approach for the Edge of Fate a bit in response to your feedback. Aspects that were originally planned to be reduced to 1 fragment slot will remain at 2. We feel this is a good middle ground where some of the more potent aspects are being tuned down, but not too much. Of course, we'll be playtesting this change internally before the Edge of Fate launch as well to make sure it's the right decision. Here's the list of aspects per class and planned changes to fragment slots. So Titan Consecration, 3 to 2, reverted from 1. Knockout remains at 2, reverted from 1. Damn, brother. Damn. Bungie done bent the knee already. Look, they were nerfing. This is all the stuff that was on the list. It's still a nerf, but not as big of a nerf. Definitely not as big of a nerf. All right, Hunter, Stylus Execution remains at 2, reverted from 1. Ascension goes from 3 to 2. Winter Shroud, 3 to 2. Okay, wait. Were these 2 on the list yesterday? I don't think Ascension and Winter Shroud was on the list, right? I love this, man. That's hilarious. Oh, I love it. Bungie pulled back the nerf a little bit on the Titans, but then they were like, yeah, we should probably slap a few more nerfs on Hunters. I am Warlock. Feed the Void remains at 2, reverted from 1. Wow. Hellion, 3 to 2. Bleak Watcher, 3 to 2. With many changes coming to our stat system, gear tiering, and armor 3.0, we still see Prismatic as an incredible option for the ad clearing or balls DPS focused players among you. We're looking forward to seeing how you experiment with Prismatic and alternate subclasses at launch. As always, we'll be watching your feedback and once the changes go live. All right. Oh my God. I'm going to buy 100 copies of Marathon now, Bungie. Thank you, Tyson Creed. I really hope the buffs to Prismatic Titan are enough to make me want to use other aspects besides Consecration and Knockout. The others just seem so weak in comparison. What, you don't like Unbreakable? Bungie, this was a perfect time to cycle out aspects on Prismatic. What are you talking about, Les? What are you talking about? Are you saying like they should cycle out aspects on Prismatic once a year? That'd be kind of weird, huh? Better, I guess, although I wasn't as flustered about some aspects getting only 1 fragment slot. That was a quick cave. Just goes to show that the people making the decisions don't play the game. I just kind of wish y'all made a new darkness subclass instead of ever making Prismatic. Yeah, well, you know, Levi. It's almost like someone said there's no fucking red subclass coming. Y'all realize we made that video at least 3 or 4 times. And every single time you guys are like, right. You played it, didn't you, Cross? Right. Oh, you signed the NDA. Sometimes when I say shit, actually a lot of times when I say shit, it's in fact exactly how I say it. Like, there's no red subclass fucking coming. And what you should get from that is not, oh, wow, they're working on a red subclass. What you should be getting from that is, all right, I guess there's no red subclass coming. Thanks, Cross. Most of the time you're lying. When? When do I lie? When do I lie? I don't lie about that. The family does come with me to Seattle. We go as a family. It is a family vacation. I just happen to be there occasionally when Bungie's doing shit. Ascension Nerf GG. You guys look for new work? Somehow you always manage to find fun and kill it. Maybe Sony will have better luck with the next team. Damn, Digital. Jeez. I don't think Titan's issue is that 2 aspects are too survivable, making the game trivial, which causes the high usage rate of other aspects. It's mostly that Titan has supremely limited options, and Consecration plus Knockout are marginally better than 90% of their other choices. On Prismatic, yes. I mean, really is. On Prismatic, yeah. The only thing that has helped Titans is Storm's Keep and Bolt Charge, and that has actually made us, I will say this, Bungie, you drop juicy aspects on the other classes, we'll leave Prismatic. You won't even have to ask us. Storm's Keep has made me leave Prismatic because it's just that good. Even in our solo runs of like Thunder and Doctrine and stuff, Storm's Keep the whole time on just pure art. Storm's Keep is a dad build, says the Hunter main. Listen. FX, keep going in Viz. Okay, brother? Keep going in Viz. Huge contribution to the team. Oh God, we're taking gunfire. What do? I don't know. I'm piecing the fuck out. I'm pieced out. I'm in Viz now. Don't let me know when I can come back. Hellion, I mean, I'll take it over Lightning Surge, but okay. So now Hunters don't have 3 fragment slot aspects. That's right. Hate it. All aspects and all classes should have 3. It's really bugging my OCD. This doesn't collectively change much of anything. You reduce the fragment slots from 5 to 4 in Consecration, but collectively nerfed other builds that weren't strong in the first place by taking fragment slots from other aspects. Respectfully, this is a bad decision. Why is Hellion catching a stray here? The other ones I understand, but Hellion, Lamau, what? I don't know. I think a part of this is the new exotic. You know what I mean? We've got the new exotic coming that's pairing with Hellion, and I think Bungie wants to find another way to rein it in. Oh yeah, -1 fragment's really gonna kill that exotic for sure. You know, here's the thing, guys. Prismatic is just a weird animal, guys. I'm gonna be honest. When we saw Prismatic for the first time, I was hyped. Of course. How can you not be? Holy shit. We're blending our subclasses. Fucking wild. At the same time, there was a sense of dread within me as the realization began to creep inside my brain. And that realization is this could potentially kill all single subclasses. Now, somehow it hasn't killed it. You know, there is some level of cohesion, and Storm's Keep is a great example of that. But Prismatic is fire, brother. It's fire. Many of the builds that win in build battles, they're Prismatic builds for good reason. They're just that good. Basically, we nerfed you because the people we employed to playtest weren't as good as you all, resulting into us learning from you how our stuff actually synergizes with all the things we've had and never thought could be broken. Sorry. Lol. Let me just say this. I don't know about all the playtesters at Bungie, but I have had the pleasure of playing a few. They got some gamers. They really do got some gamers. Even some people that were part of even the speedrunning community. You know what I'm saying? I want you, again, I don't want to don't go give shit to Salt right now. But a lot of what is said in this paragraph, dude, Salt himself said it. Salt himself literally said, and a lot of you agreed with it, that Consecration Knockout trivializes in-game PvE. Well, no reason why I bring up Salt's name is here's someone who's very much involved in in-game PvE, who performs at a high level. Bungie doesn't just make decisions based on what Salt suggests, but it does align because they too have good playtesters that probably speaks to these things as well. But Ascension and Shroud, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna be honest. I get this. I get this. I'm gonna be honest. I really don't know where that came from. And look, Hunters, I don't even like you guys. But that one just kind of seemed just out of left field. No one uses Ascension. Oh, you guys definitely use Ascension. Yeah, I see it submitted all the time in build battles. But I don't necessarily think... Look. Just because percentage usage for something may appear out of band doesn't mean that... Some of it is just utilized because it's just... Maybe it's a cool playstyle, or maybe it's just popular, or maybe it's new. Winter Shroud is perplexing to me. Ascension is perplexing to me. Hellion and Bleak Watcher also. This I completely get. I completely get Be the Void. Stylish Executioner, I completely get that. Although it still remains at 2. Consecration and Knockout, I get those 2. Although Knockout stays the same as well. I will say this. We could probably put together a video showing 3 builds that are just... There are 3 builds, 1 build per class, that you could say these are the best builds. Whatever in-game content you tackle, these 3 builds will carry you, no matter what. That Prismatic Consecration Knockout build all day long with like a, you know, you could do Syntho, Severance, or Contact in there if you want. Inmost Light, though, and Syntho is probably the best just for the spam. That, in combination with Titan, Consecration Slamming, arguably the best thing on Titan. For Warlock, I think Feed the Void is really, really strong, especially when you have different combinations with Bleak Watcher. That Ergo Sum Getaway Artist build, disgusting. You could take that literally into any Ultimatum dungeon, any Grandmaster Nightfall, and it will carry. And then Stylish Executioner and Hunters. I mean, Hunters actually, don't correct me if I'm wrong. I actually don't think Hunters is really that, like, I don't find that they're out of band. I don't find that Hunters are, like, dare I say, they are balanced to me. Maybe on the PvP side of things, you could argue against that, but I mean from a PvE perspective, I actually think that they're balanced. Feed the Void is Warlock's Banner of War. Stronger, man. Even stronger.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.